We've been recording for a while.
I figured
I like to record for a while.
Yeah.
The camera's been recording for a while. I just like to...
Good thing I didn't self-incriminate between the time I walked in the front door.
Yet.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
But
still
now-
time.
No,
There's
he
still
started
time.
recording you as soon as you
there's
walked up the
still time.
driveway.
Yeah, but now we're officially started. So welcome to Burr Pod with Ryan and Rickles. I'm Rickles. Ryan's finally back.
Yeah, man.
We got Evan Peters and Auryana Malik.
Thanks for having me.
What's up?
You're welcome. Well, thanks for being on, guys. Oh, and that's it. See you later.
All right, that was easy.
The end.
See, I told you it really wasn't that bad.
Equipment works,
I haven't
so.
been here for a while. This is kind of like strange for me.
It's been like 3 episodes since you've
Is
been.
it 3 episodes?
Last episode you were on was Cupid's Power Bottom.
Fuck, you need to spank me.
Why did he spank you? Why spank?
I've been bad. I haven't been here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was that the episode where Michael was talking about fucking you? Or you fucking him?
Now I remember that.
He locked that away.
Oh, that
and
was.
it just
I
came
totally
rushing
forgot
back.
I'm
about
bringing
that.
it back.
Yeah.
That was that interesting.
That was definitely the one, where Mike learned that he wanted a power bottom for Ryan.
Yep.
That was a fun one.
Like I said, I would date to end,
It's not easy, Mike. You talk a big game. It's not easy being a power bottom. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I still owe you that dinner. I still owe you that dinner too.
Yeah.
Take you to Chuck E. Cheese.
I just feel like it's weird that I'm sitting here and like I want to be in the conversation.
But you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
But then I am right now.
4
Talking.
people only, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's enough pickup in the background that people know you're here. They
Yeah,
just know that you're not
yeah.
important. enough
Like
to have
last
a
time when you wouldn't shut
microphone,
the
right?
fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
This
it's
fucking
I'm
guy.
next to a girl. What do you want me to do?
Oh, well, sorry.
I'm gonna
The,
talk to her. I mean,
the board only has
she
4
seems pretty
channels.
Cool too. She's a nice girl, so of course I'm gonna kill time by talking to her.
Man, put a
Her
vagina
boyfriend
next to
sitting
Mike
right
and he
there.
can't stop.
Yeah, no,
You
exactly.
just started
Blinded.
your own podcast over there.
Yeah, Michael sits next to a chick. That can be your new fucking podcast.
That actually
I would have a podcast. I want to do that.
The sidecast. That's what it's
straight.
called.
Yeah.
Reminds me of something I was talking about with Leslie earlier.
Do tell.
Yeah, I will. That's the bit. My past roommate had my brother-in-law and his wife come by with their kids, whole family shebang, right? Running around, and it's been a couple hours, and finally, dude comes back up to me. He's like, "Yo, who's the girl that your brother-in-law brought? Like with the kids and everything." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It's his wife, like the mother of his kids, and he's like, "Oh, so it's not like a girlfriend, like, so no, like I shouldn't go for that then." I'm like, "She came with kids, and my brother-in-law, who do you think she?" He's like, well, "I just figured I should ask. I mean, it wasn't obvious at first."
He's my in-law,
Yeah,
like that he
right.
married in.
Yeah. No, I just had my brother-in-law bring some random girl over, and then his kids, so you could hit on her. That's what we're doing here.
So the ring on her finger, just, that's not like
So,
anything at all.
Mike
It's just-
syndrome. One girl walks in the room, and all of a sudden he's like, Casanova. Let's see if I can rip her
She's
away.
not right next to me.
You know what's the best
Gotta
thing
talk him
is
up.
we can rip on Mike and he can't do anything.
He can't do
'cause
shit.
He doesn't have a
He
mic.
can't do
Can't
shit.
say anything.
We can pretend like he's not even here, and we
You
can still.
could do that, and then I'll get to know, everyone's feelings.
That was a new like another
Or true
camera
feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to like be pointed.
Because he's
there.
working hard.
I know that thing that'd be cool.
There's always somebody on a podcast you have to shit on. And it's, no.
Thank God it's Mike.
Thank God.
Yep, it's not. It doesn't have to be
I'll
any
be
of
okay.
us.
I'll deal with it,
That's fine.
because I can't say anything. You sound like a little voice in the background, just being like,
Oh, what else is new, dude?
oh, nothing.
Said it was like every day, just like a fly buzzing around. Never mind.
Well, eventually, we'll have a microphone over there for the couch area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People can-
maybe a room mic. You could bring in a whole panel.
A what?
A
See,
room
Evan's
mic.
going to teach me so much.
Yeah, I guess
Hanging
so.
from the
So for
ceiling
those
fan.
that don't
You know
know,
what it is, right? Yeah, a
It's-
room mic.
Maybe.
I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a microphone that's designed to pick
For the
up
room?
the audio of the room.
So-
Yeah, thank
okay.
you. Yeah,
So it's like a-
exactly.
I got on.
she speaks your language.
Right.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know,
Like this is-
Evan is like a sound engineer. He's going to teach us stuff. Ariana's a nurse, and she's going to nurse us stuff.
Yeah.
I
I love when guys say that to
I'm
me.
an audio
Can
nurse.
you be my nurse?
I can
no.
fix.
Wait, do you get that a lot?
Oh,
Yeah,
of course you
it's
do.
like the #1 pickup line for guys. Oh, will you be my personal nurse?
You want to bring me
Jesus
back to
Christ.
health?
No, like I don't get paid enough at the hospital to do that shit. I'm not doing it for you.
Does this look infected?
I get that a lot too.
I took it a Viagra, and I don't know what to do, man. What do I do?
It's been over 4 hours. Who do I call?
Oh, let me help you with that. I make house calls. Viagra house calls.
Really expensive
That's my side
nurse.
job. Yeah.
All right, now this is weird that this popped into my mind. but I'm gonna say it anyways. Is apparently there are people that make house calls like that in Japan or China that go jerk people off.
Yeah.
Who can't jerk themselves off. Like people that don't have
That's-
arms and stuff. They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, go jerk you off."
I think it's in Japan where people will go to clubs and like buy people to be friends with them.
Yes,
Like
that
they-
is
Oh,
in
yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, like they,
The loneliest
Yeah.
people.
but they don't have sex with them or anything like that. They just hang out with them and talk to them, and then they go home.
Yeah,
It's like-
they just chill with them in a club and go home.
Faux friends.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's like they like balance between men and women in Japan are like it's like,
like
some,
1 to 9
some
or
ratio
something.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
Or, I
and
mean-
none of them want to be in relationships either. Like none of them are marrying each other. So
But they don't have
Yeah.
any time to spend with anybody. They're working.
True.
Like
yeah, that's all they care
65-hour
about.
weeks
It's all
just
they
to
care
get
about.
on
Yeah.
with it.
Okay, so if I get this right, you guys are saying for a small amount of money, I can finally have friends.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys are getting at? It's been such a lonely world until I finally knew that this option was available.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to Japan.
gotta-
Let's
just gotta
go.
fly to Japan.
Podcast over.
Yeah. Or are you telling me that I should be charging a small amount of money? No.
Right now, to be your friend.
Oh no. Do I owe you guys a lot of
Shit.
money? It's like, fuck you
Yeah.
find
I
out.
actually
Are
opened
you
a tab.
telling me I could have been paid to pick you up on Friday and
Yep.
take you out
Yeah.
and come back?
Need to take a picture of you and
Shit.
put
You
your
didn't jerk
ad in the
them
back
off,
of the paper.
though,
Well, they don't do sexual stuff, right? They just hang
No, you just
No.
hang, just drink
The heck?
beers and
Yeah.
just
I mean,
talk.
Part of it.
I'm
Just-
fairly certain somewhere there's probably people you can pay to be shitty to you
It's not a
too.
prostitute.
And
Yes.
like, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they do have that in Japan too. I saw a documentary
all
on
in
that
Japan.
also. It's all in Japan, where you can go in and they'll like beat you or just be an asshole to you or whatever.
be really
It's
shitty.
sex- You
Really?
can make it
Awesome. Like-
sexual or not.
Like,
Yeah.
have you like mop the floor and then shit on it when you're done? It's
So like kind of like that German Schneider porn. It's like shit on the glass table
Yeah,
while
you
you're
missed
underneath.
Oh my
Yep.
god, it,
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's
My
exactly
favorite
like
one.
that.
Yep.
Exactly like that.
that's
Flash
very
it.
specific there, or you're looking on the internet, aren't you?
What? No. Moving on. So you guys are new to the podcast.
Did
What's
you know
going
you could
on?
Clear your Google.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What? No, actually, I recently strolled into this. Apparently, not on top of your like regular like hide your history because I'm a disgusting freak. Like just everybody is. Let's be honest. When you're alone with Google, weird
That's what
stuff
Google
happens.
Private is for.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that, and then there's also like a mega memory dump attached to your account, where you can opt in to give
Like your
yourself,
Google account?
You give yourself like a clean slate. You keep the name and all that jazz, but it dumps everything related to it, and they basically send you a bill of your searches and history. But I mean, obviously, no cost attached to it, but it shows up the same way a transcript that says, on this date. you
I've
looked
seen
up
that on
weird-
Facebook.
Yeah. So you can get your entire Google report back to you. I haven't done it because
I wouldn't
I don't
wanna
need
do
to see
that.
that shit.
No.
Like, I know I'm fucking
Yeah,
weird,
like-
but-
Yeah.
That's looking back on like how terrible of a person you really
Yeah,
are. It's like,
like, how bad am
January
I?
2013. I looked up what?
I remember
It's
that
gonna
day.
be fucked. You're gonna be up in heaven, the gates, and they'll be like, "Hold on, let's call Google."
Your transcript
A
first.
fucking CVS receipt comes out, it's 80 pages long or some shit.
Did you guys know that you looked this up? Oh, fuck you now.
That would be some weird shit.
I mean-
to be that guy that has like the search pool at the top, like, what's the common aggregate of all the weird shit people would look for?
Oh, there's data out there for
I'm
sure.
sure
For
there's-
everything.
Yeah.
There's
Pornhub
fucking
releases data like that and stuff all the time. Like they say, like
Yeah.
what-
One interesting one Pornhub put out was like a couple months ago, and they had that Hawaii had that nuclear threat.
The earthquake, or the
The
nuclear
fake
threat to
nuclear-
see
yeah.
how porno
It was
rose
a
and
missile, no
dropped.
missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it dropped, and then it
Yeah.
didn't. Then when they found out it was false, just
It
skyrocketed.
skyrocketed
Yeah.
back up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
there's-
dropped because they were trying to figure. There's also like a girl who was on a webcam, and I don't know if anyone's seen the recording, but she was doing like a shooting, being sexy, and she heard about, I guess, the nuclear situation.
So she, like,
and
called her
guys on
boyfriend?
there, no, they were on there
Oh.
like giving her advice, like they're like, get out, like get to the lowest point, and she stopped and turned the camera off.
Jeez. Yeah, they're like, get to the lowest point. Get on your knees.
Yeah,
Like, show a little more cleavage.
I love. They
Trust
suddenly
me.
became
Yeah,
heroes. They're
yeah.
like jerking off, and they're like, no, you got to get out
Yeah.
of there.
my orgasm can wait. You
Yeah.
make sure you get yourself free and alive.
I'll finish him off alone. I'm fine. You get out of there.
But believe us guys will handle it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
Make sure you turn the camera back on when you know you're
Right.
safe.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'll save it for later. I'll blow it after I know you've not.
I mean, there was probably a mini spike too, where it was like missile alert, we're all fucked, and
Yeah.
then there was a
Porno,
tiny
yep.
mini spike that was like, I got to get this out before this is all said and done. Yeah, and then it was a lull, and then it came back.
I just want to know like how many people just like ripped off their clothes. They're just like, well, we're next to each other.
I don't know, man.
Let's do it.
It's pretty wild.
I don't know. Well, I
thought
don't know
about
if in that
that.
situation I'm necessarily thinking like,
Horny,
oh, gotta
right?
fuck one more
Yeah.
time.
I'm so wet right now.
Survival. Yeah.
You know what makes
exactly.
me wet? Intercontinental
Yeah.
ballistic missiles. I get so fucking off on that shit.
Yeah. I don't think that's part of my sympathetic nervous system to just be like, oh my God, I gotta change my underwear or fuck someone because I'm about to die.
Not just anybody around
Anyone,
you. Oh,
just
we're all
you,
gonna die, yeah.
quickly, be the last person I ever fucked. Like,
No.
no.
I wonder if it's like that though, like airplane's crashing.
Well, I was
That's
just about to
like
say, have you ever been on an
No.
airplane with shitty turbulence and
Yes.
you start looking around like,
Yes.
who am I going to fuck here? Like, it's like, it's going to take us like 47 seconds to hit the ground. I can do it.
See, as a woman, when there's turbulence on an airplane, I'm like, who's gonna try to fuck me?
Yeah.
Oh, God, we're gonna die and
Yeah.
someone's gonna fuck
That's-
me.
that's
Like,
what women-
that's,
yeah, that's
that's
what-
what we feel.
Ariana's like, every flight is one person that's
There's
like, I'm
one
going to fuck
person.
her. And she's
Starts
like,
taking
"No,
off the
God damn it."
seatbelt, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Jesus
please.
Christ.
I feel so unclean.
No, I was on a bad flight recently. Coming back from Finland or Estonia. I went to Finland and Estonia. That doesn't matter. The plane ride was the part that matters. Actually, the rest was cool, but I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, my wife
the
is like
trip.
sitting there.
Yep.
She's not too hyped on planes. There's a lot of reasons to not be hyped on planes. Planes aren't that fun.
They're
cool.
giant,
Yeah,
giant
it's-
vessels in the sky.
It's a Coca-Cola can with wings,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
like, good luck.
Yeah.
So scary.
Tubular.
Yeah, they're so
king.
sketchy. But like, all right, so we're flying. It's when the last like big major winter storm came in and was shutting down all the major airports all up along the East Coast. And we had the delay, and they stuck us on the flight anyway. And we're halfway through the flight. It's been 8 hours. We're over United Kingdom. A little bit of turbulence, probably fine. But that's like the turnaround point where if they're gonna land it and call it off, we're not landing in New York. We're supposed to fly into New York.
Yeah.
That's where they'd call it off. They'd say, we're not carrying on from here. They kept going. So when we ended up like over Massachusetts, everything went to shit. The plane is like, pilot comes on, he's like a Finnish pilot, so he can barely understand what the hell he's saying. He'll say like 2 sentences in English and then 8 paragraphs in Finnish that probably summarize the same exact thing. So
You're screwed.
yeah, and he's like, hey, we're going to turn the lights off and everybody sit down and buckle up. Don't worry. Just do all these things that I tell you to do and it'll be fine. Just ignore what I'm saying. It's going to be okay. Shuts the lights off as soon as he's done talking. The plane
Are you
drops
serious?
probably like 100 feet or something. Like the second the lights and everybody buckles up and there's dings and all the attendants all run off to their little hallway somewhere, the whole plane just starts falling out of the sky and everybody's like, whoa, my God, this is horrible. It levels off and then you go another 15 minutes, you get another 100-foot drop, you get another 50-foot drop. You're just going up and down all over
Yep.
the place. Leslie's freaking out. She is freaking the fuck out because at this point, I told her to just be like, hey, you know what? Maybe just try to get a nap. Shut your eyes. Don't worry about it. We're going to be there now. In any minute, we'll be there. And the center column, we're dead center, this big-ass jet, and the entire center overhead column is just shaking and twisting.
Oh my
and we're
God.
like close enough to one of the like sections at the wings where you can look down from back to front and you can see the plane twisting. You
Oh
can
my
see,
God.
yeah, the front of the plane is
God.
twisting
That's
left,
wild.
back
Holy
of the
shit.
plane's twisting right. Everybody on the aisle seats are just slowly shutting their windows.
Yeah.
Right, because
Because they don't want to know. Like,
Yeah,
they don't
just
want to
like-
know.
They don't want to know. You've got nighttime and you've got jet black, which I
Yeah.
guess is the ocean. And you're just seeing it. You're like, maybe that's the sky. Maybe that's the ground. I don't know. I guess I'm going to
Holy
watch,
shit.
American
gonna keep
Made or whatever
guessing
the
that.
hell's on that
Yeah.
fucking movie. God, it was a nightmare. But he landed it. Finnish pilots. I'd recommend them again.
You'd
So you
recommend-
survived.
And they just smile at you.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah. Ended
Holy
up in
shit, we almost died.
ended up in Chicago. They were trying to tell us, we were like, you know what, we're going to land in Toronto instead of New York. And they're like, you know what, we're out of fuel. We're going to land in Chicago. You know what, we're going to sit here on the tarmac, refuel, and take back off and go back to New York. And I was like, no fucking way.
no.
Like, I'm trying to get to D.C. No, absolutely not. So we get to
Jesus.
Chicago. It's a shit show. There's thousands of people crammed in there.
That
That's probably a
airport
story for something
sucks,
later.
Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? New York?
O'Hare.
Chicago
We landed at
O'Hare.
O'Hare.
I've never been to Chicago.
Always
Never been to O'Hare.
late because it's the fucking windy city. Like flying an airplane out of the windy city
Yeah, it doesn't sound very
No,
nice.
no, it's not.
Perfect fucking place to land.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. So they had thousands of flights that were either redirected, canceled, delayed, whatever.
God.
They're
Yeah.
sending most of them into O'Hare because I guess it's the calmest place off the East Coast.
Yeah.
To, I gather your shit. O'Hare's not built for a lot of traffic people-wise. It's built for a shitload of plane traffic.
Yeah.
But the actual terminal's small, and it's like
horrible.
it's stacked. It's 3 layers that are just stacked on top of each other. It was nuts. I mean, it was a madhouse. People were just crammed in there. There was lines crisscrossing each other. It was bad. And then like a
That
week
sounds
later,
shitty.
yeah, a week later they're like, "Oh, O'Hare had a measles outbreak last week." I'm like, "Oh my god!" So should I go to the doctor or
No,
but-
you should have been vaccinated for that.
right?
Yeah.
Or they had everybody wait in line for like accommodations, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Which you get to the end, you're there for 2.5 hours, and like we don't even have accommodations. We were just fucking. We were gonna see how many people were actually gonna wait in this line to be told to go home or like
You
wait
just drive
here,
home.
sleep here.
Yeah.
Chicago's like 10
I
hours.
rented a car. Yeah, something like that. So we had the option to wait around and fly back into DC. The storm is still going. So
Yeah,
we're
but
like, no,
after
fuck
that
this shit.
flight,
No, yeah.
Come on.
All right, you have a panicking wife that's just like,
For
"There's
sure.
I'm not getting on another fucking plane.
Yeah.
Shit, I probably won't even get on a train. Like, fuck this noise.
I need to be in
So-
control.
Trains have more accidents than planes do, don't they?
yeah, but
I'm
at
sure they
least like
did.
maybe a train. It seems like maybe I could jump out of the window. Oh, like I feel like I still
Right.
have more control somehow than a plane.
Except that same week was that train crash.
I know.
Where they fucking a speeding train ran off the rail. How do
Holy
you
shit.
like,
Oh, shit,
how do you
that-
fuck
it
that
was
up?
the
It's
Amway
on
one,
rails.
right?
Like,
Yep.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
that very same week. So like I'm like, "Leslie, what about a train?" She's like, "I don't know. That one just
no.
blew up."
That's when you're
Yeah, yeah.
God damn it.
that's when like, can I get the horse and buggy?
Yeah. So I rented a BMW and I drove home in like 9 hours.
That's a good horse
Yeah.
and buggy.
It was worth it. It
That
was
sounds
worth
like it became a better trip.
It was fun. It was like a speed or cruising USA.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think flying like from the north, like I flew from Detroit down to DC, I think like a year ago, and there was horrible turbulence. The plane turned
North.
sideways. I'm not fucking kidding. And when a
Once-
plane turns sideways, if you're holding something, it blows behind you and just like hits people in the face.
Jesus.
Were you
It's
holding a vomit
complete
bag? Because
nightmare.
that would have been
I
hilarious.
wish. Just projectiling.
Yeah.
But the pilot came on and he kept being like, he wasn't reassuring at all. He was a new pilot. You could tell by his voice he was young. I don't know how, but I just knew that.
He said if
And
your dog's in the overhead compartment, it's fucked.
it's dead. Yeah, it's fucking dead. No, he kept coming on and going, okay, you guys, obviously this altitude isn't okay, so I'm going to take us to another one. I think we'll be fine. We'll be okay. And he shut off all the lights and he kept being scared the whole time. Finally, he gets us to like a good altitude and he's like, okay, we made it, right, guys? And I was
Right?
like,
I don't know, did we?
it woke me up. I was asleep. We turned sideways. It woke me up.
So like when you're leaving the plane and the captain's just on the outside, like, please reassure me that I did a good job, guys. Right? I did a good job saving you guys' life. Right?
Yeah.
Please. It's my first week. I gotta keep doing this.
That one plane just landed a couple weeks ago during that windstorm. Everybody threw up on the plane.
Oh my
yeah, I heard
God.
about that. Yeah, like not
Everyone.
Lady, dude, the pilots threw up too.
Everyone.
Everyone
Everybody
threw
fucking
up.
barked. That's amazing.
not a dry seat in the house.
They opened the doors.
They
and
no,
puke
they
just
literally
spills out.
they
Spills
flew
out.
from Charlottesville to Dulles.
What?
And that was the flight. And
That's
they
like a-
fucking puked their brains
That's like
out.
53 minutes.
That's like, not
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, not even.
That's a
I've done
record.
that
Because
flight.
New York is like barely an hour on a good day.
But yeah, no, I used to have to fly around for
Oh my
a stupid corporate thing.
God.
I'm not going to mention the name, but you know, you can't. You know, these opinions are not. These are my own opinions, not expressed by the company.
Not your-
right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Flights.
I had
They're
a
not
flight canceled in New York City one time, and that was fucking chaos. We eventually just were like, fuck it, renting a car and just drive back home.
Yeah, it's
walk.
5-hour drive.
Yeah, because like that was like the first time a flight's been canceled on me, and I didn't know what the fuck to do. And apparently everybody else knows what to do because every hotel gets booked, every
Yep.
car gets like taken. We had to
Yeah.
go to like fucking Jersey to rent a car, like away from the city. Like everything's just like not there anymore. Like you fucked.
When I had
Yeah.
this O'Hare problem, they were sticking people. All right, so they ran out of all local hotels or like hotels in the vicinity. They ran out of rooms. So the airport was providing cots
Yep.
in the lobbies of these hotels.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, no, just no. Like I'll sleep on the floor. Like at least I don't have to drive.
Or
on
rent a
like,
car
yeah,
and
yeah.
sleep in it.
Right. Oh yeah.
Try to do that like in
smart.
a parking
like,
lot somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I mean that was a discussion with the little, very nice rental man. I was like, what do we got? What are we working with here? And he's like, well, you know, it's like $400 for a Hyundai Elantra 2-door, and I was like, hatchback, and he's like, nope. And I'm
What's
like,
the
well, I can't sleep in that.
best bed
Yeah.
on wheels you can give me?
Yeah, and I was like,
exactly.
all right, what's like the option up? And he's like, oh, it's like $450 for a BMW. And I was like, whoa, there's no price difference. I guess I'll take the nice one. Do you guys have any station wagons though? Because I might just sleep in the parking lot. He's like, we don't do that. We don't. So there's probably a reason.
exist
You know,
anymore.
they don't carry like Euro vans at the
Yeah.
rental.
Yeah.
Because otherwise people are like, oh, new vacation.
Big like
Yeah.
service vans or
Yep.
something.
Yeah, if I can
Drive
get
across
your
country.
van like at the rental, that would be dope. Like, are you kidding me?
Especially the old van that had a bed in the back of
Better
it.
movies.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. You
Yeah.
get to watch Netflix instead of the crap they put on the flight. Ugh. I didn't watch movies for like 3 weeks after that flight because we were stuck on the tarmac for like 4 hours. Just
Oh God. Yeah.
burning through trash movies.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that whenever I step foot on a plane and it takes off, I fall asleep immediately and wake up like when it's
You're
laying.
so
It's
So you're
like
not married, right?
no, I
Well,
was.
there's- I would have
But
slept
I'll
too.
sleep through all that turbulence too. Like I feel like it's like just like a roller coaster, and like I don't know. I like all that turbulence stuff.
Makes
Like,
you
it like
feel
rocks me to
alive.
sleep, man. Yeah,
Really? It like
It's like
rocks me to barf.
Makes you feel alive.
like my head smashing up against the window. I'm like, holy shit.
I've never barfed on an airplane. I only
Nor have
barfed
I.
on the sea when I went deep sea fishing a long time ago. That's the only
God.
time I barfed. But
Actually,
I'm the same way. I
minutes?
like planes. I like turbulence. Like,
It's-
fun. It's like, whee.
Yeah. Well, all right. So like, I don't like being out of control of shit that I'm doing normally. I'm a big power hungry person. Whatever. That's fine as long as you acknowledge it. But when you get on a flight, same shit I had to tell my wife. I'm like, look, they're much better at flying this thing than anybody else that's riding it. So we don't have a choice. It might be an aluminum can, but they know how to drive it. So I got no other suggestions. So
I always
sit down.
try to like look if like the pilot might be drunk. Like, did I see him? at
Might
the
be drunk. They're
bar?
all drunk. Yeah, they're all drunk. Are you kidding me? Cruise
It's
to an
all
airport.
autopilot, anyways.
Functioning
good, yeah.
alcoholics.
Yeah.
I saw one pilot like going to town on a BLT sandwich, and I did, dude, he's probably fucking hungover, or drunk. Just
His
going-
fingers slipping off the controls.
Oh my
mayonnaise.
God.
Greasy.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah, what do they do up there? I never know what they're doing
I
in
don't
there.
know. I feel like they get head from the flight attendants once in a while too.
Oh,
For sure, when they're
I heard
driving
that's like
the plane,
crazy,
right?
like
Yeah.
whole the flight attendants and pilots. When they, I don't know. I heard it's kind of a wild community there.
It's
For sure.
probably like an entire another, plane of existence.
It's-
we don't even
yeah.
know.
No, I'm
Like,
sure it
No
is.
pun intended.
First rule of Fight Club kind of
'Cause, like,
thing. Don't fucking talk
You
about
know,
it.
like you look at them, like where do you live though? Like we're flying to San Diego, but you might live in Cincinnati, or like where the fuck do you live?
Right.
Yeah.
If I did that shit, I'd buy like a trailer
On
for
the
like
open skies.
I'd buy a broken trailer for $200 and leave it on a lot in West Virginia somewhere
Yeah.
where it's like $50 lot rent, and they just never go home.
I
Just
feel-
forward your mail to
I feel
wherever
like-
you end up in.
Have
just
a
wouldn't-
PO box somewhere.
Yeah, PO box,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I pay $80 rent.
You just wouldn't know what time it
Monthly.
was, time it is either, because it's always fucking changing. You're like, what fucking time is it?
And what
I
if what if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is your pilot?
Yep. What's your vector, Victor? Jeez.
You don't get
Can we
it?
just watch that?
No.
Let's just shut this off and watch
Airplane.
Airplane.
The movie Airplane.
What are you like?
I haven't seen
23
God.
or
Last
something?
time I saw that, I was in high school.
You gotta watch
So,
it
like,
again.
last
That movie's
year?
amazing.
It was
No.
approximately 6
Ah,
months ago.
ba-dum.
Thank you.
Oh,
Just
shit.
graduated.
Hey.
That's actually one thing I wanted to talk about you while you're on here is you're telling me these nurse stories that nurse are terrible people while
And
you're
she's
in
like
school.
16, right?
I said we're mediocre people.
All right. Well, you told me you guys like to pose as disability people.
Yeah,
What?
definitely.
Wait,
To
what?
get to like the front of lines and shit.
No.
Yeah.
Like now or
How do you
just
do
during
it,
school?
though? Like, what's your
No, like, yeah. Well, I don't do it because I'm an amazing person.
Oh, right.
Okay. But all of my nursing friends, we were just talking about it one night. Speaking of airports.
I opened
was
up a can.
So late. You opened up a can, dude. He was so late to his flight, and this guy's like Filipino guy. He's the nicest guy I've ever met. I'm so shocked he would do this. He gets in his Uber and he's late. He's on foreign time. We're always like, maybe we're like an hour and a half late all the time. I don't know if Indians do
Weird.
that, but
She's-
every
she-
foreign person,
You're being so PC about this.
every foreign person is always late. Okay, that's what we do. So he was late to his flight, and he devised a plan on the Uber on the way there. And they come out to get his bag, and he's like, "I can't walk. Can you bring me a wheelchair?" And they bring him a wheelchair because his flight takes off in 15 minutes. They bring him a wheelchair. He wheels through. Security just let him through. I don't know if you've experienced that. They're
No,
just
they
like,
no
wipe-
wheelchair.
They wipe me down for bombs.
They do.
Yeah, I get those little makeup cotton swabs. Then I
Yeah.
get swabbed with that, and then I always have like
Your whole body though.
Okay,
right?
last time I flew, there was like this like high pitched Mario sounding kind of guy. It was like foreign Italian, like super like he just like mouth fucked helium. He's like, okay, I'm gonna have to look in between your legs now too. So I'm gonna use the back of my hands, not the front, so it's not sexually invasive. And then he's
Yeah,
like,
that's what they do.
Yeah.
They pat it so it's not sexual.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, all right, sir, your balls are fine. You're not a bomb.
These feel like balls, but it's the back of my hands. So
God, I hope there wasn't a bomb down there.
how would you know with the back of your hands?
Yeah, I'm
what
not
the
sure.
fuck your
like-
feet like?
No, you could do
That's
it.
an arm.
You could do it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, I can't
Yeah.
because
That's
I
a
can't
thumb.
feel. But
That thumb
Yeah, there you
feels
go.
different than right.
but
So-
go on. He called the wheelchair.
So
Oh,
he
right,
called.
yeah, yeah.
They brought the wheelchair. So he didn't get out of the car. He was like, "Bring me a wheelchair." So they bring him a wheelchair. They get his bags through. They let him bring me that. So he goes through.
That's a signal for
If you
wheelchair.
could just
that right
That's
there.
it. Have you ever seen Ricky do it?
Yeah. I'm
Give me
trying
that
my
wheelchair.
best.
So they bring the wheelchair. He goes through security and he rolls up and they're like, "Okay, we're done." And he's like, "I'm so sorry. Can I still get on my airplane?" As you can see, I was late because I had trouble getting into the Uber.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, that's so fucked up. I love it.
What a
as you
man.
can see.
I know. Like, I don't know if you fucking are seeing this right now, but
It would be even funnier if you were like wearing shorts and had like runner's legs that are just like
I know.
beefed up. Like I can't walk. I'm
like
sorry.
stallion legs.
Yeah.
As you can see, I've just begun the atrophy process. This is fresh.
I actually had that happen to me. When I was first injured, I was at Subway up there by Food Lion, and I was wearing pants like similar to these, but I guess my legs filled them out a lot more.
Jeans?
Yeah.
Yeah, jeans.
I've
Levi's
heard of these.
Levi's
jeans.
505s, baby.
Hey.
As I was getting in the van, this guy who's like obviously drunk or something, he's like, "Hey man, you just in a wheelchair now or something?" I was like, "Yeah."
Wait, was I with you?
Were we?
Just
Were
like
you? Because we were
that.
at Subway.
Recent or
It's like this story
You just-
sounds so familiar. Like I
You're
might have
just
been
in
there.
that now.
Okay,
right?
well the guy he comes up to me, he's like,
to that.
"You must have just been gotten in a wheelchair, right?" I was like, "Yeah." How do you know? He's like, "Your legs are too big for a guy in a wheelchair." I'm like,
He's like, hey,
"Thanks, I guess."
can I take a picture of your leg?
Yeah.
It's just
This
like
is my fetish.
It's a personal thing.
I think I was
That's
there
actually
with you.
fucking on that note. Right? Were you?
When his story, I think I remember that.
So you were there?
I think so. Yeah, I think I was driving. We drove up there.
Yeah, Subway was like the sun was going down and everything too.
Yeah, yeah. I think
was
I remember,
beautiful.
yeah.
Wow,
It was a
yeah,
good-
the
good
light was
moment.
shining just right on your legs, and he had to ask you.
That glimmer caught me, and I knew that those legs were fresh.
In the sunset.
Jesus.
And now my legs look like twigs.
Here's a side
Spaghetti
note.
noodles.
Right, so you got your
Yeah.
Spider-Man guy over here in the corner. Love Spider-Man. He's great. A lot of different mixtures on how that story is told. Sometimes he's a bitch when he's Tobey Maguire. Sometimes he's not. Anyway, I'm going down the Marvel route here. At the nephew's birthday party over the weekend, real quick story. He gets a Planet Hulk toy, right? Anybody familiar with Planet Hulk?
Yes.
You love Planet.
Yes.
Planet Sakaar, all that. Yeah, well, it depends which storyline. Anyway, Planet Hulk's awesome. So he gets the full gladiatorial Hulk. All the old ass people in the room are like, "What is this? This is not the Hulk. He's green like the Hulk. He's big, but he's wearing armor and he's got weapons." So my dumb ass is like, "Wait, no. This is like the coolest Hulk ever. Let me explain what's happened." So without even hesitating, I'm like, "So in the Marvel universe, when this happened, the Illuminati is made up of Magneto and Xavier and
Doctor
Black
Strange.
Panther and Doctor Strange and Namor." And they're like, "What the fuck are you saying?" And I'm like, no, let me finish. It'll make more sense. And they thought that the Hulk was too bad to be on Earth, even when he's being good, that they launched him to another planet. And they're like, "No, you lost me." And I'm like, "Well, let me finish. And they're like, and then he takes over the planet, and they're like, "No, I'm just." And then people are just walking away from it. And I'm like, "Well, you asked, right?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was
asked
the
me,
best
they're like-
part. And then afterwards, World War Hulk, when he comes back to Earth, he's
Right.
super pissed.
He comes back to
fucking
Earth
punches a hole in
to
Earth.
fuck that shit up. They ejected him like,
Jesus.
"We got to get rid of Hulk," right? And he lands on another planet. He takes the whole fucking planet. Then he comes back with the planet like, "I bet you guys wish you didn't launch me to another fucking planet because now I'm back to have war on Earth with all this shit you gave me, and I'm the king," right? And then at that point, everyone in the room cleared out like, "Get this fucking weirdo out of here." Like, I didn't know he was in our family. Do we have to like talk to him again when we go to the next family gathering? I'm like, "No, man, you don't even know." And then I started getting worried about fucking Stan Lee and shit. It was
Oh yeah, Stanley's going through some
Worried
problems.
about his
I don't-
condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Is he?
he's going.
No, honestly,
like finances
I'm not-
and stuff.
Well, there's a lot of weird stuff around that. But
I mean, he's pretty old.
He's
95.
95.
Yeah,
95
like,
years
I-
old.
We both
Yeah.
knew that off the top of our head
Yeah.
way too fast.
He's that old.
Yeah, 95,
Holy
man.
shit.
Dude, you know I go deep on that Marvel though.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. That's it.
Balls deep in the
Century.
Marvel.
Yeah,
Balls
balls
deep.
deep on Marvel. DC not so much.
Just the tip for DC though.
Like the Batman tip.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Anyway.
The Bruce Wayne tip.
I made a whole fucking tabletop game with superheroes. I shit you not. Made cards.
Like you
figures,
created a
fucking-
game?
Well, no. I stole the figures from one game, and I stole ideas and gameplay mechanics from another game, and then I stole the like landscaping tabletop map from another game, and I combined all three.
Ah,
So you
see.
made Marvel Dungeons and Dragons?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But like full on tabletop. Like we had 180 something characters with like
Yeah.
fleshed out cards and power values and lives and that shit. We called that shit Superscape. It was incredible. It was based on
fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah.
Remember when you used to think I was the nerdiest Marvel person on this
Right.
podcast?
What? I guess, yeah. Did you
the
take it
nerds.
over?
I've finally been out nerded.
Yeah.
This is
Hard to
strange.
do.
This is
How
weird.
does it feel?
I don't know. I feel empty inside
Yeah, it's
now.
like when you started describing the Incredible Hulk, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. This guy's like, I got no fucking idea.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what that is.
Yeah.
Planet Hulk?
Well, that's why you
I
spend
just
all your
thought he
time
was
trying to get
just
these chicks,
a angry
right?
green monster.
Hey, there's a
Maybe
girl
there's
in
more
here.
to
Maybe
him.
I can like, yeah.
By the way, I started watching the new Star Wars. I had to turn it off. I was like, "Fucking
Last
this.
Jedi?
I'm done with this, dude." But then she got Princess Leia got shot out into space, and she like hovered
Comes
back.
back.
I'm like, "Nah, no, this is fucking
See,
stupid."
I haven't even gone there yet. So I'm like, I've been straight on the watching shit like a year and a half late kind
Yeah.
of thing, which is fine. Whatever. Most of it's just retconned or retold or reformatted. And there's no original movies right now. Anybody
did-
seen Black Panther?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see
No.
it.
You did? Is it nice?
I like it.
Out of 10.
It's either 5 or 6 for me.
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh wait.
What? Yeah, and you thought
Okay,
for
wait,
a
never
long
mind.
time about that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just
Doesn't
Nice.
inspire confidence.
let me explain myself. I just fucked up the rating scale. I thought you meant like in your top 10 Marvel movies.
Well, I didn't say out of 5.
No, on a scale, it's like the pain scale,
Oh,
Ricky.
okay, I know.
Zero's no pain, 10's the most
I
you've
got
ever felt
that.
in your life.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
this movie?
8.34.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's a solid.
Yeah.
That's an 8.34 out of 10. I could live with that.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
But
I can live with that.
I totally
Black
messed the
Panther's
scale
a cool
off at first.
character.
I thought you meant like ranked it in your top 10 Marvel movies. And I was
Right.
about to go down the line like, well, there's Winter Soldier,
So-
there's Iron Man, there's Avengers, there's all the Spider-Man.
Favorite character.
It's a toss-up between Spider-Man and Captain America.
That's fair. Spider-Man's hard. He's pretty cool.
How about you
movies.
guys? What's your favorite one?
Yeah, you don't know shit. Do
Marvel
you know anything
character?
about characters at all?
Just from growing up with a brother is
What was your
where most
brother's
of my
favorite
knowledge comes
character?
from. Oh, Spider-Man. Hands down. Stan Lee, he could like
But you're a
God,
big
he loves
comic
Stan
reader
Lee.
yourself too, aren't you? Like you've read.
Yeah, I haven't in a while. I used to read, I got kind of in the Japanese scene for a bit. And then I wasn't super into Marvel. I kind of
Still
like the
pulling for
one
Sailor
time,
Moon and the
big time, yeah. I dressed up as Sailor Pluto and went to a Comic-Con when I was in 9th grade.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
on the
but-
flight. Everybody was like, "I'm gonna fuck the
No.
Sailor Moon chick."
Yeah, I was like, that's I. But thank God it never came to that. And then tentacles came out of the back, and I was like,
You actually put tentacles with the costume.
with the
there.
costume,
Yeah,
so
they just
everyone
came
kind
out
of knew
from
what
under
was
the
up.
skirt.
Yeah. I was like, I'm hentai Sailor Moon.
Right. That came up on my Google.
Yeah.
Sheet. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh my God, my favorite comic was always The Crow, though. I don't know if you
Okay.
guys read that.
All right. Yeah.
Hands
Yeah,
down favorite.
yeah.
And then they made like 20 movies out of it, which
And all of them were bad.
well, you know what though? I do love them all for the only reason when I was in Iran as a kid, they were the only
you're Iranian.
English. Yeah. So they
Okay.
were the only English movies I could get. And so I was,
What?
and they had like the Rob Zombie soundtrack, and I was like, "This is the tits!" Like, so I was like, "Oh my God, it's so metal!"
Rob Zombie.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Is it White Zombies and Rob Zombie?" I don't even know. Yeah, he was just like Dragula, and I was like,
And your room was filled with posters of a Brandon Lee and Rob Zombie the entire rest
"For
of your
sure,
life.
Brandon Lee." I was like,
Yeah. R.I.P.
Rip
Brandon
died
Lee.
too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many good years ahead of him, but that curse, that Lee family curse.
Wait,
I
what's the
would
Lee
die
family?
to
The
be
Chinese
Bruce Lee.
mafia.
Yeah, that.
I would die to be Bruce Lee though.
But there's a curse.
Bruce Lee
People-
died to be Bruce Lee.
People still.
Yeah. Bruce Lee is one of the most amazing human beings that ever
Incredible
walked the planet.
human.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible human.
Yeah.
Is that the guy on your wall?
You've heard of them. This Bruce Lee?
Yeah, I
There's
know
like,
this man.
You know him, martial artist. I don't know.
1-inch punch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the guy that puts like does the thing with his fists.
Yeah.
A lot of them
Yeah,
actually
there's a lot of
do
people
that
that do
in
things with
martial
fists.
arts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he designed his jumpsuit.
Well, like he like.
Fists
Off of
aren't
Kill
exclusive
Bill?
to
No.
Bruce Lee.
Not an uncommon thing in martial
Oh, I
arts.
understand that. It just the 1-inch punch.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
him for sure.
He was all, what's the guy from Mortal Kombat? Liu Kang was based off of Bruce Lee. There's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of shit
There's
based off of Bruce Lee.
Jeet Kune, He started Jeet Kune Do,
Jeet Kune
which has
Do.
no rule book. It's just like Jeet Kune Do is Jeet Kune Do, man. It's what you feel.
Or
It's in here.
Wushu. Wushu is partially Jeet Kune Do. It's close range fighting, no matter your stature.
Ip Man, those movies.
Ip Man for sure.
That's
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's teacher.
Yep.
I've only
Ip
seen
Man?
the first one. I need to see the other
Ip.
ones.
The second one's really good.
Ip Man.
Yeah, I need to see it.
Go
Yeah, check it
through
out.
Ip Man IP Man.
Mm-hmm.
Ip Man. 1 and 2, decent. 3, printing checks. Let's call it what it is. After a while, they're like, well,
1 and 2.
yeah, we need to make more money.
I
Let's
liked
put it
1 and
through.
2 a lot.
I've
That's
only seen
kind
the
of
first
like,
one.
watch Ong
Give me my
Bak.
rice.
Don't watch Ong Bak 2. Like, just don't
Yes.
do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ong Bak 2, you don't watch the second
Oh
one.
my god.
You know Ong Bak?
Oh my god. I loved him.
I like the way he kicked
Wait, the street light?
I like the way he did
That was the
stuff.
Protector. He kicked the street light in the Protector.
Yes.
That's fucking money that you knew exactly what I
Yes.
was talking about because I pointed out.
Because it's fucking great.
yeah,
it's a
he
great
goes up
scene.
to like the
Yep.
street hooligans and he's like, "You see that street lamp? I'm gonna kick it." And then they run away. Like, oh, we better not fucking be a street lamp right now. He's gonna
Wait,
fucking shatter our
Ong Bak
shit.
2 is the one where he like uppercuts an elephant, right?
No, he jumps off of the
No, he
elephant
jumps off,
to
yeah.
kill.
Oh.
He doesn't do
like,
animal harming.
Cruelty, yeah. He doesn't fuck with
He's
animals,
actually
like-
protecting.
He's the protector. Yeah. No, he fucking kicks Nathan James in like the chin or some shit. And that guy's like 8.5 feet tall, just like some weird. I think he's a mecha. I think there's a little person inside of him. And that's
Controlling.
actually. Yeah,
He's
right.
a robot.
Tony
Which-
Dog's crazy, man.
Yeah, that dude that he like kicks in the face at the end off the end of the elephant, blah, blah, blah. He fights Achilles in fucking Troy.
Yeah.
That's that dude.
I haven't
Ends up
seen
in
Troy.
Ong Bak.
I like Beverly Hills
Troy?
Ninja.
Remember, if
Yes. Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh my god.
The one scene that gets me in the movie every time is when fucking Chris Rock is on that tree and it's like, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. He's fucking swinging.
What are those movies I told you? I can't ever remember the name. Like one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know the fucking name.
Tentacle Born?
That I told you we have to watch. No.
Yes, but no.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
Now I'm on the spot
Do you
and I
know
look
what I'm
really
talking
bad.
about?
I think I do.
They're based off like
Tentacle
a Judge
Tuesday.
Dredd
Yeah.
type of thing.
Dread?
Judge
Yeah.
Dredd?
Yeah, but it's in.
It's just Judge Dredd.
No.
One with Sylvester Stallone?
No.
Yeah.
That's
Because
Sly.
it's Asian that they made it. I think it's Taiwanese.
He's doing like 70 pull-ups or something.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I'm drawing
those
a
two
blank.
movies.
I think I'm drawing a blank.
Damn it.
And like as soon as you say it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
I know. Me too. I
Wait,
can't
what
ever
like,
remember
Blade
the name.
Runner?
I just walk.
No.
Blade Runner's like kind of like in that apocalyptic.
No, because these are, I think, like Taiwanese or something.
Old Boy. Was it Old Boy?
Old Boys.
No,
That's South Korean.
Did you see the new one by the guy who made Old Boy?
No.
Wasn't it just
Battle
Old Boy
Royale?
reshot? Battle Royale was hype.
Yeah, Battle Royale.
It's the one
Japanese,
about,
wasn't it?
I don't know, it gets really lesbonic. You might like
I was
it.
into Battle Royale in middle school. That shit was sweet. And then I got all like I got like
That's gonna
real
drive me
passive
crazy now.
aggressive pissed when Hunger Games came out. And I was like, this was yeah.
Shit, now it's in video games, man. It's fucking going crazy. In
Right,
video
it's
games.
like 16 different video games. They're like, wait, hear me out.
Wait, I just missed
Hear me out.
What's game?
Battle Royale.
We put a bunch of people on an island and then we like relegate them to different areas and otherwise they die if they don't like keep compacting or kill each other.
I'm
I was like,
addicted to
yeah,
it.
that was a movie 17 years ago and now you've got fucking PUBG, you've got fucking Fortnite.
I love Fortnite. I fucking
No.
play that hours.
You fucking
and
weirdo.
hours and hours and hours.
It's
Wait,
like
what's wrong with Fortnite?
I don't know. I don't buy into it. I don't buy into it.
He's shitting on your shit, Ryan.
There's
That's
something,
all right.
There's something fishy about Fortnite.
It's free.
The F fucking stands for fishy. The F stands for fishy, for sure.
I don't know much about it.
So you
either.
were talking about foreign people being late for everything. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not foreign? Like, right?
Is that a huge generalization?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. Now, is it also?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm
it-
late for everything.
If I'm
Yeah.
if I've been raised to believe this correctly, if you're super fucking late but you still show up, that shows how much you respect or care for the person that you made an appointment with. Like if you show up, you're like fucking 3 hours late. Like if
Still
you're
on
3
your
hours
mind.
late for if I'm 3 hours late
like,
for
that
something and I
means
don't
that
give a fuck, I just don't
care
show
about
up.
you to the 3 hour level.
Right, like I was doing something
Like,
very,
is
like I was doing
I
something
care about
very
you enough.
important. I was doing something important, but I still showed up even though I'm late.
No, it's like time frame, like be here at 8.
Time.
That's a
What is
suggestion.
time?
Yeah, like you're suggesting like be here at 8. Like usually if I invite people over and I'm like, yeah, just be here at 8. Like I'm expecting them to come by 8:30. So like I still have makeup on at 8. And I've done that a lot of times with my friends who are just, I guess, like American white raised. And they'll show up at 8 and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like what?
That
I'm not
would be
ready.
I was planning for 8:30.
Yeah,
Why didn't you
yeah.
fucking tell me 8:30 then?
The only reason I show up late to places now is because I'm driven people now. But before, when I was
Yeah.
walking back in my driving days, I was there at like 7:59. Like,
Yeah.
how's it going?
Yeah, see, people think that's polite. They're like, oh, if you're on time, you're late. And I'm like, no, if you're late, you're on time.
5 minutes early is on time.
Yeah.
On time is 5 minutes late.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I just like it. Like once that clock hits 8 and I'm not there, I'm like, when's the right time to go? And I'm just like,
Maybe I should just stay home.
And like
Oh my
my
God.
anxiety gets worse and worse. Like the more time goes on, I was like, oh wait, it's 8:05. Do I leave now? Fuck, when's the right time? Are they gonna like me when I show up there? Oh God.
Oh, I'm just like, I'll drop in.
Whatever.
I'll pop
I'll
by.
just pop in there.
I'll make an appearance.
My
Well, it's
family's
when
late
it-
for everything, so
There you go. See, we get along.
it's like
hate
7
being
o'clock.
late.
It's like, oh, it's like 7:45. They're not even here yet. Like, oh my god.
I hate
Yeah.
being late. Fucking hate it.
Really?
I think
I hate being on
late.
time.
No, I think I hate being late because then like I feel like I haven't reserved the right to leave early, and I always want to leave early because I hate everybody. So like I'm not.
Well,
gonna
that's
spend
why
any more
you
time
show
here.
up
This sucks.
late.
Yeah.
Because then you get there, there's only an hour left, and you're like, oh, it's over.
No, but then you're already a dick. So then, like, when you show up, even if like 2 people wanted to sue you, you're like, I'm here. And then, no. If you show up really early, nobody cares that you're there.
Like, oh,
and
holy
nobody
shit, this
talks
guy's a
to you.
trial.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You can't-
Yeah,
oh my
exactly.
God.
Fucking.
But
There's
you
people-
can't leave early. Like
There's-
a lot of times culturally for us. You have to stay till the end. That's why we're always late.
What am I gonna die at the table because I fucking exploded my
No,
bladder?
but they're just like, you're leaving, and then it takes like you do goodbye in the house, and then you say like goodbye in the driveway, and then you're like goodbye at the car. Like leaving is like
Sounds
a
like
1 hour
series
event.
of
That's my
goodbyes.
So
family.
just you gotta be late.
Like when I go to
You
my
gotta be
dad's
late.
house, like that's
Yeah,
exactly
That's
how
why
it
you
is.
were late.
Leaving like that.
Yeah.
That's why you were late today.
Well, I was actually late because I was with my family.
No, you're late because you
and
suck
I
at
said
being on
goodbye to
time.
them. Exactly. But I said goodbye to them
You
for
had all
45
fucking day.
minutes.
You had till 5 p.m. to
And then you
figure
said your
that shit
uncles
out.
came
Oh, I didn't have
She's like,
anything
no,
to do today?
The reason I'm late. And I'm like, no, you had till 5.
That's true. I guess you just lay around your house waiting for things
I
to
just
happen,
lay- I
but
actually
I
just-
go
I
out
did nothing.
and
I
I
did
live in the
nothing.
world.
I woke
I make
up.
plans.
You went around the world today?
I did, yeah. It
No,
was
I
intense.
actually tried to convince my parents to throw away a bunch of fucking garbage, trash shit they've collected over like 20 years today. That was fun, right? You
Yeah, a
know?
little bit of
Sounds
hoarders.
like a good time.
Yeah. Even like snuck in like lifted up something heavy, and I was like, "Come on, Dad, what are you getting old or something?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Oh shit, he is. God damn it.
Shit, my son's an asshole. Yeah. What have I done?
It started off as motivation.
I
and then
make
it
fun of my
went to
dad getting
depression.
old all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I call him the fucking, what do I call him? The silver fox. I call my
Right.
dad the silver fox. He's got
Just start calling him
fucking
Anderson.
gray hair.
Yeah.
That's
Cracks
a
me up.
compliment, though.
I guess it is.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, silver hair
no,
looks
she
good.
she got a little bit. She was like,
Yeah.
Silver Fox.
I was like, your
Anderson
dad's a late fox.
I knew
like,
my
so
dad.
Fox
I knew
always
my.
late.
I knew my dad was getting old. We were at Beer Fest one time. I was looking for him, and he was yards, like hundreds, 200 yards away, in this huge like gathering of people.
Which
I
is
could
the
just see
limit
his-
to how far you let him go. Right.
I could just see his fucking gray hair. I'm like, oh, there he is, all the way over there. I can see his fucking hair from here.
Just
Fucking
looking
old
for the hair.
motherfucker.
Find the highest point and look for his hair.
The old guy that's hanging out with a bunch of
Dude,
20 and 30 year olds.
How dare he fucking age? Look at this piece of shit over here.
I
Yeah.
can't wait till I get gray hair because I'm gonna keep all my hair. My family doesn't bald, but my family goes gray, and we
Mine
class
does.
it up. Yeah, I'm gonna look fucking fly as shit with my gray hair. I'm like,
I get like white hairs like in my beard sometimes or in my hair.
you want to know
Yeah.
what?
It's just like randomly like, oh shit.
have
beard
No,
comes in,
not
like,
not now.
What does it mean?
I'm like a calico beard. This shit comes in all the colors. It's stupid. But I have no hair on my head.
My
so
chin comes in red, which is really weird, but I have one white hair that's persistent as fuck.
Yeah,
my
that's
right
always
eyebrow
white.
right here, it's a white hair that grows nonstop.
one.
That I
Like
have
a wizard hair?
yeah, okay.
That's
like
awesome.
it grows nonstop until I pluck it, and then it starts the process all over again. Like one time I found it was 2 inches long because I was out in the sun. I was like, "What the fuck is that gleaming?" That's like it literally gleamed on it. I was like, I keep seeing a fucking J.J. Abrams lens flare. What the hell? And then I finally was like, "Oh, it's a fucking wizard hair."
Jeez,
It was
man.
awful. That's what I have to. That's the worst thing I have to deal with. Not the wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's
That's the white
That
hair.
right there.
glare.
That's the fucking
That's
bullshit.
the shit that
That's
makes me
the
hate my
shit,
life.
Yeah. I don't want to wake up tomorrow to see that fucking hair.
I have like eye floaters, and that bothers the shit out of me, dude.
Oh, no,
It's fucking.
yeah.
It's so like.
Those are parasites.
Yeah.
the fuck? I've had it for so long.
What you're
dude.
seeing is the shadows of those parasites.
Dude, how try hard was this beer can? So Ricky saw this fucking beer can. I don't know if anybody Sweetwater
420,
Brewing
bro.
Company. Right. Okay, so they stick a 420 on the can, given. That's already, super marketing.
Pandering.
Then they have "Don't float the mainstream," and then it's a fucking picture of a fish. Like we're going all like, "Oh, it's hunting season. Let me put on my fucking neons out here because we're no."
They
Like,
got.
what? Who is it? Who is it?
They have one beer called. I think it's called Happy Ending. And there's
Of course,
tissues,
it's like an
tissues
Asian,
on the
my
fucking.
God.
Yeah, there's tissues
my
on the
God.
can.
Yeah, like the guy was drawing. He was like, "I'm really fucking cool. Like they're not gonna pick this shit up. It's gonna be like a double meaning. The subtext is gonna be so hidden." And then you're like, "All right, so you want fucking redneck bullshit stoners to go fucking drink your IPA and get a bunch of bitch titties? Like, all right, cool, great."
I hope the
perfect.
guy, like, just for some off chance, the guy that designed that beer can is watching the podcast when it comes out.
He's crying,
He's just fucking
yeah.
crying his eyes out. I was like,
I like
my
it. I
mom
like to see
said it
that
was
beer.
good.
I thought I hit. No, it was good. All right, okay. To be fair, it was
good
delicious.
beer.
It was delicious.
You just don't appreciate
Yeah, I don't appreciate the forwardness of the logo.
I like the Flying Dog with
Yeah.
Ralph Steadman. He draws all the Flying Dog beer cans.
the
guy that
Raging
did-
Bitch
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't here. Last time I had Raging Bitch, like I noticed that dog has a full-on vulva.
Yeah,
Like, just
yes.
just
Yes.
hanging
Really?
on there. It's not a dog vagina. It's a human
It's a
vagina.
human vagina on a dog.
Yeah, and it's like, was that really? You had to go that.
Why'd you do that? Yeah.
I don't know if Ralph Steadman's still tripping on acid, but he might be. I mean,
Probably.
draws-
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a respected artist. Jeez.
So if I want to show someone what the human vagina looks like, I just get a bottle of
No,
Raging
yeah,
Bitch.
there's a full-on vulva on that dog.
fallopian tubes
Yeah.
and everything.
Or you
Well,
could
I
I
Google
might,
it.
I might get that beer
True.
tonight when I go to the grocery store. I'm just check it out.
You're gonna be stuck in the aisle. for
Actually,
like
I don't
30
even
minutes.
like that beer, so
Just sit there looking at it.
That's fucking funny.
An hour later, the store's closing. Like, we got to get that weird guy over there standing with the pitch tent.
The one with his hand in
now
his
you call-
pocket
you call
holding
like
the
a-
raging
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, yeah. I just need to
dude,
look for 10
come
more
over-
minutes.
Come over here, dude. Come, look at this.
Check this out.
Yeah. Okay, I'll leave, but look at this vagina.
Yeah.
That sure
Pretty
is
cool.
cool.
It's the first one I've seen in a bit, so just gotta drink it in.
Drink it in. Just drink in that vulva.
Yeah.
Just gotta drink it in there.
Yep.
That's how it works.
It's funny.
Flight.
There's no segue from that at all to
There's no
anything.
segue for
Oh,
anything.
there's-
Yeah.
They do have.
You
They
were
do
like,
have a.
Ricky was sitting around. He was like, "How many people with ADD can I get at the same fucking
Into a
table?
fucking podcast.
This will
Yeah.
be cohesive. This will be great."
They do have
Yeah,
a beer
yeah.
called Pearl Necklace too, which I thought was.
Of course they fucking do. Of course they fucking.
What was
do.
the picture on that one?
I
Just
don't
a
know.
dick
Yeah.
jizzing all over
Yeah,
some tits.
some tits.
That's-
Yeah,
It
exactly.
wasn't even. The guy was like, "They won't get it." Like,
Yeah,
Pearl,
we need to make it very obvious. Yeah.
They're gonna think I'm gonna draw some pearls, but I'm gonna draw a dick coming.
Some clams and oysters.
They'll
and-
never fucking.
Yeah, a clam with a pearl in it. And a dick right next to it.
A bearded clam?
A bearded clam. What is a bearded clam?
Is that a vagina?
Yeah, with hair.
That's a hairy vagina, yeah.
Got you.
Vagina.
That
I
makes
knew it
sense.
because I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I figured you
'Cause
figured
we're
out
not
that- You
idiots.
started off with the clam
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you know what I
Apparently,
mean?
I'm an idiot.
I
so-
can't join in on that.
Yeah, I know. That's
This fucking guy. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, you're trying to be an asshole to me, and you're an asshole to him. So
I
pick
mean,
your
it's-
target, all right?
I already knew I was an idiot, so it's
Right. You know, I think I was like 20, early 20s, and I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm just from here on out, anything that comes my way, I'm
Took
just
you
gonna
that long?
I'm just gonna assume I'm the dumbest guy on the planet. So whatever I take this as, chances are everybody else is gonna assume it the same way. We'll just go from there. But
That's a good life
yeah. There's
philosophy.
some shit that I did in
Yeah.
high school. I was like, God damn, I'm a fucking moron.
I'm an idiot. I am just the dumbest person. I don't even know how I'm still breathing. Like, just.
I found some mirror pictures, some
what?
MySpace mirror pictures on my computer where I'm holding the camera with my like hair like swished to the side.
emo hair?
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
like,
you had
I'm
some emo fucking
Yeah.
hair.
I took a picture and I'm wearing a Summer's End shirt. I'm like,
Further scenes forever.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you
I
guys.
totally forgot all that shit.
I was
Strange
emo
times,
as fuck.
man.
I wore makeup and all that shit. But honestly,
I didn't know
like,
you then, but yeah, this guy.
No, like I had like eyeliner on. Two things. Yes,
Okay.
it is as bad as it sounds. So
I have a
things.
question about that really
What?
quick. Though.
Yeah, okay, go.
Like since you wore eyeliner, do you judge like other girls' eyeliners now? like did like when Auryana came in, did you like judge her eyeliner? Be like,
No,
"I could've done
hers
it
looks
better."
good. So yeah, that was actually part of where I was going. Is one of the two things I was gonna say was I probably don't even remember the second now, but I was really good at putting eyeliner on, and I would start like looking at other chicks and be like, "What are you doing? That's
Yeah.
too much. That's too little. You got it
Yeah.
wrong. You missed your whole eye." Like, and then I was like, "This
So if I waited,
this
I would have
shouldn't
gotten
be
my
a
answer.
problem for me. Like I should probably just focus on something more important right now." And then okay, so point 2 was obviously all of that was motivated by girls, right?
For sure.
It had to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
it had.
It's
to
like
be.
when Mike sits on the couch by a girl.
Yeah, he's
You know what I mean?
like, and she's like, "I'm really into eyeliner." He's like, "Yeah, me too."
He's got the
Yeah.
two letters on his
He's like,
hat.
that's nuts. Yeah.
No, and that I mean, like, look, I'm almost 30. I'll be 30 this year. I'm still doing that shit. I'm married. Like, I have locked in girlfriend, wife, girl, opposite sex forever. Like, I'm locked into that. I'm still doing stupid shit. She's like, "You want to go to yoga jam?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm really into yoga."
Yeah. Is that gonna get me laid?
Yeah.
Let's do
no,
it.
it's fine. It's great. Will I get laid? But then, like, but what's great? I mean, what? For as far as I'm concerned, Leslie's much smarter than I am.
You're supposed to marry someone smarter.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
'cause then you don't-
you need
yeah.
to go up so you don't have to
Then you
work
don't have
as
to
hard.
wipe your own ass
Yeah.
when you're like fucking useless later,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I go to Yoga Jam, but like as I'm buying the tickets, which are way overpriced, it's amazing how much people that are into yoga
Pay that
have.
much.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck the man, $280. There you go. And then you have to stay in your own tent, and otherwise you're paying for like no, it's just a
Jeez.
fucking big capitalist dogma. Anyway, so I go there,
Hit a
and
nerve.
all of my buddies, I'm in Southwest Virginia at the time, so every dude that I know is like, dude, that's fucking gay. You're going
Yeah.
to Yoga Fest. That's really soft. That's really soft.
He's probably saying that with like a dick in his mouth, like, dude, that's really fucking.
But it's
gay.
a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, it's
Yeah,
a bunch
exactly.
of chicks like
It's a
in
bunch of-
yoga poses.
Wait, okay,
Why
so-
would you not
you
go to
got
that?
it.
Yeah.
So Auryana got
I
it
cheer you on.
immediately.
I cheer
She
you
gets it
on like
immediately.
that.
I have to sit around and explain this shit. I'm like, hold on. I know it sounds way worse, but like say it slowly and think to myself, who's gonna be there? Who's the main target demographic? Fit chicks. What are they gonna be wearing? Really tight clothes. What are they gonna be doing? Stretching.
They're gonna be in downward dog,
Right.
ass
They're gonna be
up,
in down-
face down.
Right.
Maybe
for
you're
the
not
whole
an idiot,
weekend.
man.
So that's what I've been trying
So, you
to.
guys
I've been
will-
trying to deliver this message that I'm like, I'm not that dumb. Like, there's some things you're gonna have to tolerate, but it's actually pretty awesome because you're like, oh, I should
You get
just
a
go.
show.
You walk around and do nothing, tent to tent, maybe have a beer or a taco from a truck, and then otherwise. There's just a ton of hot chicks
Yeah.
stretching everywhere. And I'm like, this is the
Let's go
opposite.
do yoga.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
opposite of gay. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god. But to
Genius.
be fair, there was one tent there for like all the boyfriends that were like, I'm not going anywhere without my rifle. And you're like, okay, well,
That's a great description.
yeah, you know exactly.
Yeah,
what
like,
it's
yeah, like,
yeah. Back of my pickup truck has 2 deer. One's a girl deer, one's a boy deer. You get it? It's like my girlfriend. Yeah, we get it, you fucking idiot. So you go there.
wait, isn't a guy deer a buck?
I don't know. Maybe it's just
Buck in a dough.
Yeah.
Buck in a dough?
Buck in a dough.
Yeah.
Buck in a
Buck in a
you
dough.
fucking- yeah, I'm going to buck the shit out of that dough over there. No, but so you go there and there's one tent. So off to the side, you'd have this guy, just real regular looking dude that was like, I'm forced to be here. My wife or my girlfriend or somebody brought me here, but I had to figure out how to make money because she is here, right? She's teaching classes like, here's how to stretch. Now give me $200. Sweet. But you sign a waiver that says anything that happens to me is my own fucking damn fault, and you sign it off, and you're like, wait, what am I signing? They hand you a bunch of foam weapons. So there was like a side field of all like the cool macho guys that were like, I'm too cool to do
LARPing?
It was LARPing, but they like hid it under like a subtext of like, if you're too manly to stretch today, have some weapons. And you're gonna
shit.
Yeah. So you had like, you're sitting over there like focusing on your inner self and like what's wrong with you and what we could need to fix and balance. And then over to the side, you see like 30 to 50-year-old men mauling children that signed up. Like, you know, they had to be like watched, right? And there's a guy with like a big foam claymore is just taking this 8-year-old's head off, and he's like, well, he signed, like he agreed to this. He's crying, he's running around, he's on the ground, he's just overhead slamming him with this like axe and shit. And I almost signed up, but you know.
I was gonna say I would have dropped what I was doing.
I would have signed up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That sounds
There was a
fantastic.
fucking beer truck at the Yoga Fest. So they're like, have a bunch of heavy beer and then go fucking...
That's a big thing. Yoga's in like
a bunch of
breweries
organic
and
hippie
everything.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
And
I
they're like,
love
"Let's do
organic
it in
hippie
a
bullshit. It's
brewery,
awesome.
yoga
but
in the morning."
let's stop lying to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand what one has to do with the other, but
Nothing is what.
exactly.
Money
yeah,
is what.
that's what they have in
yeah.
common. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that
I wouldn't
tie us
fight it.
together.
I mean, beer and yoga, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I mean,
It sounds like a quick recipe for me to throw up, but
Yeah, or well, what it ended up being was a bunch of people busting ass in the middle
for
of
sure.
class, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll have the stout. I've got a Bikram session coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Got a hot yoga sesh, so I need
Yeah.
this yeasty beer inside.
It's gonna be
me.
about
sounds awful.
105 in there. And,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think I'll probably slam two chocolate stouts.
Oh my
Like
God.
that. Right.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It sounds. I've only been in 2 yoga classes where somebody farted, but my favorite thing about it is how everybody pretends like it didn't happen.
Right.
Like you just keep being like
Yeah.
the whole time, and I'm always like, like
Wasn't
I
it
have to
in
know who it
Jackass
is.
When Johnny Knoxville went to yoga, and he
Just busted ass.
busted
Of course
ass
he
the
farted.
entire
Yeah,
time.
of course.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville was one of my heroes.
But that was like what you're saying, like they like kind of like forget about it in the beginning, and then it got ridiculous, and that's when they all started
You just
like
tried
who
to
the fuck's
pretend,
doing
yeah.
that?
no, I've
have you ever smelled like some rank ass farts?
oh yeah,
For sure.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
people can, like a lot of people, you know how to silence your own fucking farts. So
Yeah.
You spread the butthole.
yeah, so they'll just, that's what they
Or
do.
just
They
like
spread
low
their
pressure.
asshole in the
You
middle
gotta-
of class.
That's it, Ricky.
That's it. They get down and they
No
spread
one
the
will
cheeks.
know.
This will be real
It's a
subtle.
pose.
Yeah.
That's a pose.
And then it's like, and that's it. You think it's part of the fan or the music.
Which the music is always fucked. It's always
Yeah.
like out of time, just like gibberish. It's just
Gibberish,
going
yeah.
forever. And you're like,
I would love if somebody just yell like, "Holy shit! Who the fuck did that?" Like just in a random, just
I was in one class. I was in one yoga
I'm starting
class
to tear up over
where
here.
somebody was escorted because they were just blowing
Oh
it
my
out.
God.
Yeah, they busted an O-ring, and there was like a quiet time. There's always a couple quiet times, and like the instructor came over and was like, "Look, if you can't get this shit together, you're gonna have to." And then like 5 minutes later, the guy was like, "I'm sorry. I Chipotle beforehand.
I
Probably
ate
not-
fucking Chipotle before coming
was
to yoga.
not a good decision, and I see that now."
Or here's a question though: have you become desensitized to farts as being a nurse? Like you
No,
see it
I
so much.
absolutely hate farts.
You hate them.
so,
hate them.
well, here's the thing. Yeah, I fucking hate farts.
That's funny as shit.
They make me really mad.
Like you fucking sicko.
Like they make me mad.
Punch
Yeah,
your patient.
I don't like that. And
your blood boils.
piece
like,
of shit.
yeah.
Yeah. That's how elder abuse happens. No, I don't do that. Oh my god.
There's the secret right there.
That's no, with patients it's different. Like
What
you're
made her
gonna
do it?
fart. I've had like poop logs like fly at me from
Sure.
a butthole. Everything, like
Right,
diarrhea,
right.
whatever. That's fine.
But a fart.
when I'm in public though, well if you're farting, there whatever. But when I'm in public or at a mall or I don't know, with my
Movie
friends
theater,
and anywhere
yeah.
and they'll fart, I'm like because you can hold it in.
Or change the situation.
Or just
Yeah.
get out, or like I've been in situations where like I'm about to shit my drawers and I still don't fart. I'm just like, oh, and I like run out. You know what I mean? Like, so anyone who farts in front of me is like, sorry. I'm like, no, you're not. Like,
You did
fuck
that.
You.
You knew what you were doing.
Yeah, like you opened your butthole up. Like you can
Let it
clench it
rest.
down and you didn't. And I don't think you should give yourself a tummy. Like a lot of people are like, oh, it hurts bad for your tummy. And I'm like, well, what'd you eat that made that happen to you?
Yeah.
Change your diet and your fucking lifestyle.
Stop eating
and
dog
get away
food.
from me. Yeah, like don't eat Chipotle before you go into a yoga class.
Yeah, but it
I'm
was
sorry
cheap and
for you, but like,
easy.
have like, don't do that. Like,
Don't.
yeah.
Yeah. When people are like, what's your tip? I'm like, just don't be an ass.
Just don't. Spin classes are the
Don't
worst
be a
though. Like
fucking-
spin or exercise hardcore. The whole thing, because people can keep it silent because you're up on the bike, so you can really tighten your butthole easily.
Right, and they're all lubed up with the sweat.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just-
Well, that's a recipe for some nasty farts. Because I remember when I was like cycling on, and I had my tight shorts on and stuff, and I had a sweaty butthole, and you hear
Yeah.
like that weird,
And you
gross-
can
You,
hear
you had
that.
Alfredo the night before
Oh my
for
God.
the carbs. You know,
Yep.
I'm gonna put a good 60 miler down. I need to load up.
I need a little, and it's a sweaty butthole, and it's girls who've been wearing a thong for like
Sweaty
5
butthole.
hours that have been sweaty, and
Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you,
So like, if you're wearing a thong, you bust ass. Do you think it goes one side or the other? Or it just goes through,
the strap goes.
like a rubber band, like a rubber band.
It just kind of shocked you, like,
it gets played like a guitar string. Bang.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me an E.
bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
Give me a G.
Well, do passed out? Okay, since you work in the when people wake up from surgery, right?
Yeah.
So do people like
Sometimes.
like fart in their?
Sometimes they wake up.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't, and that's called an emergency.
It's called Little Red Button.
Well, do they fart when they're just passed out coming out from surgery, and then you just have to like look at them like it didn't happen when they open their eyes and they wake up?
No. Well, I'm a very real person. So I'm always like, they're like, did I do anything in my sleep? And I'm like, you farted. But everyone does. But sometimes you can float. I'll do it. You can float to the colonoscopy unit right after the colonoscopy. And the requirement to go home. So
On the
you can just go to
rolling
different
bed.
units. Sorry.
I'm just gonna float on.
No.
it.
I was gonna say, what does that
It's
mean?
called
They get high as fuck at the hospital.
No, it's called
Wanna float?
floating because you'll be sent to another unit to work when
Right.
they're short. So you'll float or
That's
be
called
sent to that area.
Underemploying the agency.
It's it's called
that-
using and abusing your
Right.
fucking
Yeah,
resources.
exactly.
Welcome to nursing. But we'll go to that unit. In the colonoscopy unit, the requirement to go home is to fart. You have to fart before you're allowed to go home. So we have to like listen to you fart and be like, you're farting.
Is there like
What?
a special
Why?
Everything sounds
machine
good
for that?
Okay, okay, I know there's a reasoning, but I don't know. What's the reasoning that you have to fart before you leave?
Well, when you get a colonoscopy, they put the camera up in your asshole and look around in your intestines, and they blow. It's just in layman's terms.
Have a little look.
And they just blow air up in there. So they're blowing all this air in there to keep it open because your colon's going to be like, meh. And then they blow it open because there's nothing in there. Ideally, you shit it all out the night before. And so you got to let the air out. So you have to be working to push the air out.
So like it will cause intestinal damage if you leave that air there for like
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, and you can perforate or like have it, your intestines
check
open up.
somewhere else.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
someone come sit on my stomach and there's
Yeah. Well,
that-
they always, the whole time they're waking up, they're like, hey, what? Like, they don't even realize they're doing it. They're talking and they're like,
What is that,
is there
munging?
anything to eat? And they keep going.
Shit, what's going on?
there's no way I could work there with a straight face ever because
Yeah, I couldn't
farts
do
are
it.
so easy for me to laugh at. Like I'm
No, you can laugh. They don't remember it because they're still drugged.
And if they do remember it, we'll make sure they
Yeah,
don't.
you just push a little more.
like if I were like super depressed working in the hospital, I was like, well, I guess I gotta go visit the colonoscopy ward. And all of a sudden, I'm better now.
Oh my God. I had a colonoscopy and I was actively, uncontrollably farting and hitting on the anesthesiologist at the same time. I was like, you should find me on Facebook. He never did find me.
He
on
didn't
Facebook,
find it.
by the way.
I wonder why.
He's like, I skip right to ass book. Facebook. It's old news.
Yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
I feel like on that farting, that's a good place to start wrapping things up now at that point.
Sure, why
We've
not?
gone over an hour.
Has it been an hour?
God, I could talk forever.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit.
Me too. I was
Yeah,
just thinking
right.
that.
What
I was
time
like,
is
I'm a
it?
horrible person.
Yeah, this is just sort of a catharsis on how crappy you are.
We can have a part two. I mean, there's always that.
Yeah.
There's always a
There-
number two.
That's-
Yeah.
I
yeah.
just keep forgetting today's Sunday and I gotta fucking do shit before work tomorrow, so
Yeah.
fuck.
That's right. It is Sunday.
But I do get to drink beer tonight, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah. according to Auryana, I'm just gonna lay around all day.
That's all he's gonna
Until
do.
something happens to shit on somebody about being late.
Yeah,
too.
and I'm just gonna be late as fuck for no reason.
I'm always
To
late.
nothing.
I'm
You
always
show up to
late
Taco
work.
Bell, like, where were you? I'm on my own time.
Right.
I'm on Auryana time.
Yeah, I'm late for a pre-recorded podcast. Yeah. Shit, I don't know if we can make it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I texted beforehand. I feel like that was good.
Yeah, we
Was
had our
it-
shit on Do Not Disturb because with the microphones. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was like 2 minutes late.
I took a flight here. It
So
was rough.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, like Evan pulled in like right as you're opening up that front door. I saw Evan make his own parking spot.
Yep.
So you were
Okay.
all kind of late. I was
Yep.
just
Yeah.
more late.
yeah, Mike was the only one.
Yeah,
that was
except for
here.
Sharma, the only one who's not on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are dicks.
Yeah.
There's guys that get to work, like say you work at 6 a.m. There's guys that get there like at 5:15 and sit in their fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck do you do?
What are you
Why?
gonna do? Well, I got here to nap.
Oh,
And I'm like, why don't you
well,
just sleep longer?
This is the time I get here. I've been doing
Fuck
it for
is wrong
30
with
years,
you?
man. I just get here when I get here.
No, I had people like that.
Like Jesus
I
Christ,
had
man.
people like that.
I like say like I have work. Like I'll wake up 10 minutes before I leave, just rush,
Yeah.
put everything on,
Yeah.
pour coffee, and just run to the car. that's my morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
I wish we had more time. I don't even know.
Say it, whatever.
No. We had a guy.
Just
no.
let it out.
No.
Let it out.
Got it. Now we
Yeah.
have to
No,
know.
You can't open up the bottle and
All
close
right,
it again.
so
Yeah.
like at this
Yeah.
place, I had a number
we're
of
good.
I had a number of those guys waiting outside, sleeping
Yeah.
for an hour, half an hour. I'm like, it's like your home life just sucks that bad. You're here sleeping in the parking lot, or there's a number of reasons these guys have to just be out there before work. Then we had a dude that showed up after work, pulled up out back, threw his uniform over his shoulder, which implies he's not wearing his uniform. So what is he wearing? Nothing is what he's wearing. He's wearing his boxers, and that's it. And he's walking up to the back door of the warehouse to get on with business that day. For whatever reason, the regional manager decided to show up, right? And he's out front at the back, only entrance. He's looking right at this guy, get out of his car half naked.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, he made sure his trunk was shut because, you know, unbeknownst to everybody else, there's a goddamn liquor store in his trunk. But he walks up totally, basically half dressed, one boot on, kind of like hobbling in.
Did he fart?
No, he didn't fart.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your
fart.
story, but continue.
I just lost. You just killed me. You just
Damn
killed
it,
me.
Ricky.
No, damn
Busted
it.
ass. Anyway.
Yeah, and then
know
he
what?
farted.
Yeah.
That's all. Good night.
But no, he full on went in there, did the full conversation, like, how are you? Good morning. Like, what's going on? And he's just reeking. He's like super hungover. I was actually hanging out with the guy the night before. I
But you
called
pulled it
out because
together.
I'm fucking smart. No,
Yeah.
I called out
Oh,
because
well,
I
there
was
you
like,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
The story goes so much deeper than that. But
Oh, man.
yeah,
I'm
no.
really pulling on my fist to rest my
Right,
head.
You're
so I can-
killing me now. You're killing me now. I got off track. I'm not done. I'm done with this story.
Damn it.
This story.
I'm just gonna turn. Here, I'll turn off my mic.
Yep, no more Ricky. No, but anyway. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll go down like the corporate bullshit hole.
Oh my god.
Next
It's
time.
deep.
That's a big
It's
hole. Yeah,
deep
that's a deep hole.
I work for United Technologies, so there's a humongous corporation right there.
The elevator.
Otis Elevator's owned by United Technologies.
Oh, that's why I was confused because the Otis is the only name I've ever heard you say before.
What, Otis?
Yeah, I never heard you say.
Oh, United Technologies owns like they make
Everything.
air engines for airplanes, fucking astronaut suits, all kinds of crazy shit.
So like Google.
Yeah,
Google of elevators.
kind of. I mean, they just own a shit ton of companies.
Seems
cool.
to be the way it is.
Yeah.
On that,
On that note,
On that
we can
note.
finally wrap things up, I guess.
sounds like we have a fucking ton of shit to talk about. So
That's what I'm saying. We can have multiple parts of this. You know, there's not a limit to how many podcasts we can throw out there.
it's just a limit to
Yeah.
how much patience everybody has. to
Yeah.
get through it all.
Farts are pretty entertaining. You know,
Yeah,
true.
they're funny.
we can hold.
And like,
Well, she hates them, but
yeah,
they're
No, I will joke about them, but I don't want to smell them.
yeah, like it would be an awesome
like,
time
that's
to like
a-
rip
yeah,
one, but
it's a whole
it's
different-
just
Like
not.
our audience is pretty. You know,
It's Mike.
Yeah, our audience over there.
a very low attention span.
You gonna listen to this
hold them.
twice? No, it's just,
Just as bad as you guys as far as ADD goes. So.
All right.
I'm here,
Well,
I'm here.
Evan and Auryana, thank you guys for being on. Appreciate it. Ryan, I'm glad you're back.
yeah.
And
I'm back.
And then
He's back in the saddle again.
That guy got a little scared away.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to come back. It was fun.
yeah,
man.
anytime.
Yeah.
I can go off on a tangent anytime.
Let's take a break.
Let's do it.
Wait.
Right.